Yo, Dirty T and the boys.
Does everybody know what time it is?
Good evening and welcome to Porch Talk. Today on the show, we have one of the most electrifying men I think I've met. Incredibly handsome, has a style that is not aged. Let's look at the notes. He's known for his diverse acting skills, starring in multiple made-for-TV Lifetime-esque rom-coms such as Tinder Is My Wood and Call the Cops or Daddy Will. He's won countless awards, including 2 Emmy Award nominations. This is Keith Kenny Conway. Welcome to the show. Thank you for having me. We brought you on today, Keith.
Can I get a cigarette?
Sorry?
Can I get a cigarette?
No, I don't have a cigarette.
Great.
Okay. We brought you on today because you did color commentate for the Canadian Football League.
I did.
I believe that tenure was very short.
3 months.
But you do know football, am I right?
That's correct. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So that being said, we here in Jacksonville, currently we're in Green Cove Springs, but
you know,
our team's the Jacksonville Jaguars. What do you think, sitting at 1-5, sitting in London right now, don't know what to do, no action has been taken, what would you say to Shad Khan to better this football team?
Well, I'd say, Shad, you need to terminate every coach you have on that sideline. Put them together, cut them up, put them in a blender, strain that, and then put it in your mustache oil so you can smell the shit decisions you've made.
Wow.
That's what I think.
Okay, I can't say that I disagree with you. Maybe the mustache stuff was too far, but
It's what it is.
I do believe we should get rid of Press Taylor.
Absolutely.
I think that was all the questions we had for you.
Am I getting paid for this
today, Keith? What?
Am I getting paid?
What have you got going on? Go ahead and do your plugs
All right.
there.
Well, I've got 12 CCTV shows. One saying "Get up" or "Get out of here." That show's doing
There
pretty.
you have it. Folks, this has been...
Am I getting paid?
No,
I'm not getting paid.
there is no payment.
So I did this
It's
for free.
Porch Talk. You're in my backyard. We don't have, the biggest budget.
I got to get paid.
Okay. Well, yeah, maybe that CCTV check will come in the mail.
Oh, that's real. That's
Do you even know what day we're living in? Do you know what time?
yeah.
it
I know
is?
what time it is. It's Dirty T and the boys' time. It's gonna be a lot of editing. Hope I can pull this off.
Hey everybody, it is Wednesday, October 16th, and it is week 7. Let's go ahead and recap week 6, shall we? Let's get into it. Let's see if we can do this. We can knock it out. I'm a little late getting started. It's about 6:08, which is way later than I normally do this. I start doing it typically at 4 o'clock, but just had to get some tennis in real quick. Didn't do too well at tennis, but who cares? Let's get it. Let's go over this, huh? Sig Boy's getting yet another win. Who can beat him? I don't know. Check the thumbnail. James really had me thinking that he was going to take me on this one because every pass that Josh Allen threw was to Dalton Kincaid, except for the touchdown, he threw it to Dawson Knox randomly. Dawson Knox has not been getting any targets, and he got like 3 or 4 of them on Monday night, which included a touchdown. Had a mini heart attack because I thought it was Dalton Kincaid, and that would have tipped James' points to probably Yeah, he would have beat me by a very close margin, but he could have beat me. Not much else to talk about this matchup. Did anybody do anything? Jaguars defense was a bad call, but Trevor Lawrence had one of the best games he's had all season. Let's look at his stats real quick. This piece of garbage. Let's see. 23 for 35 is pretty good. Last week he had 28 for 34, which is also pretty good. Threw for 234 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and 17 yards carrying the ball. Last week he was 371 yards. So he's trending to be better, but you got to get rid of these interceptions. Bring back Minshew. He's not doing anything anymore. Bring him back. You got to get rid of this dinosaur-looking fella. I wish he was good, but there was a bunch of women on 1010XL talking about. Everybody's talking about, oh, Trevor Lawrence sucks. They don't even watch the games. Like, they should have never gave. How do I say this without getting too misogynistic? Women should have never stepped foot onto a football field. That might be misogynistic, but women don't play football. You got the lingerie football league, but that's hardly football. The rules are all different. That you got women doing talk shows and stuff about football. You got color commentators commentating the game, play-by-play commentators, but they never played football. It really, you gave too much women when you said it was okay for them to wear suits. Let's move on to the next matchup here. We had the Swamp Tiki up against Wes. Corey really putting up some dangerous numbers here. Josh Allen went off. Derrick Henry went off again. Brian Thomas Jr. not doing much. I guess he didn't. CD Lamb didn't do much. So he did have 3 people go for over 20 points. Who blew it for him over here? Mike Evans with only 5.4 points. He also blew a parlay that I had because he only got 2 targets or 2 receptions. I had him going over 4.5 receptions. So way to go, Mike Evans. Travis Etienne Jr. is absolute trash. I've been saying that for years, since the first season he played, which was his second season, because the first season he injured himself the very first preseason game. Guy's a loser. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but we got to get him off the team. We got Tank Bigsby. We got that other guy named Johnson. He's pretty good, and now he's questionable with that. What is it? Hamstring. Anytime I see hamstring, it's fake. Hamstring was limited practice. Everyone's hamstrings get tight, and as long as you're not tearing your hamstring, there's nothing wrong with your hamstring. When they put hamstring, okay, when they put hamstring, it's complete baloney. Okay, my hamstring hurts right now, but guess what? If I was getting paid, millions of dollars a year, I don't have hamstring problems. ETN's trash. Get rid of him. Corey Waddington, 4-2, tied with Wes here at 4-2. Things are getting tight. Let's go to Glenn and his failure to actually staff his team. He had James Cook, was questionable all week, ended up not playing the Monday night game, and Glenn was like, meh, I'll leave him in there, I guess. The problem here is you've got, no matter if you're winning or losing, you've got to build up your points, because that could be the deciding factor. If he would have had more points, if he would have got like 120 points or something like that, he would probably still be in the top 6. But since he shot 89 here, he dropped down into the dangerous waters of 7 through 10, joining Filet and Release over here. Josh Owens putting up big numbers here. Kind of scary. Can he come back? I don't know. He's got a long way to go. He's only got 1 win under his belt. He's sitting in 9th place. He's got Baker Mayfield, Breece Hall, Joe Mixon, DK. I mean, an absolute unit. Dallas Goedert He played him. Didn't play, though. He did not play. That was another. So you had both of these teams played individuals that did not even step onto the field. But Laporta did. He caught a touchdown, still only getting 12.2. What a bust that guy was, eh? Good job, Josh, on your first win there. You're going to lose this coming up week, though. Okay, Chase and Chris, this was probably match of the week. Let's go ahead and go over Nick and Chaz here. Chaz pulling a 166.8.6. Got the 3 6s in there. No wonder why he won. He's worshiping the devil over here with Jaden Daniels, Bijan Robinson, Dave Montgomery, who just got signed a bonus for about $12 million. Pretty good. Devontae Smith and Zay Flowers going off. Zay Flowers is good. Small guy, but give that guy the ball more. Chris Godwin. It's either Chris Godwin or Mike Evans, or it's a mix between the two. It's kind of hard to wait, because last year it was Mike Evans. This year it's been Chris Godwin. I could see one of them is going to get hurt and throw a wrench in the spokes. Let's see what happened over here. Javonte Williams and James Conner not breaking double digits. James Conner. Chris really likes James Conner. I don't really trust James Conner, only because he's prone to injury and he hasn't really been doing that. I mean, Arizona's such a mess of a team. Marvin Harrison Jr. was 0 points. Did he play? That is insane. Oh, I did hear this. I did hear that he got 0 points, 0 targets. Oh, no, excuse me. 2 targets, 0 receptions. Wow. Evan Ingram, though. I'd like to have him. Who you want for Evan Ingram? And explain your name to me, please, because this doesn't make any sense. Weepian? All right, let's get to the game of the week here. Chase versus Chris. Chris had this 90% win percentile basically throughout the whole weekend. And then Sunday afternoon games, the Detroit game, Jahmyr Gibbs popping off with 12 points. Then George Pickens got a little bit of points. But I think who really grabbed the bag here was Young Ho Koo, okay? 12 points. He was 3 for 3 on field goals and 3 for 3 on extra point attempts. Pretty crazy. And then Monday night, was it Monday night or it was Sunday night? Zach Moss, all he had to do was get 10 points. He was projected at I think 12 or 13 points. He got 0.5. Got 1 reception for 2 yards, 6 carries for 13 yards, which is pathetic. And he also had a fumble, which it's not showing on here, but maybe he didn't have I think he did have a fumble. He is not a number 1 running back, never has been. He was good with the Colts, very small amount of time, but it's Chase Brown. Chill out, dude. It's Chase Brown now. Okay, this is already taking too long. Let's get to congratulations there to Chase. Heartbreaking loss for Chris there. Chris sitting on 6th place. He has entered the top 6 because Glenn didn't have his second running back. That really probably wouldn't have done much, but another 10 points there. I mean, anyways, let's move on to week 7. Week 7, we've got the Filet and Release versus the Sick Boys. Who could win here? I don't know. I really don't know. Where does it show like the past? Didn't it used to show the past? No, it doesn't. It doesn't show totally. Okay, we got a projection of 118 to 125. Baker Mayfield against CJ Stroud. Looks like everybody's good except for Dallas Goedert here. Is he going to play? Let's read him up real quick. Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni said Wednesday that Goddard hamstring will not participate in practice, but he hasn't been ruled out for Sunday's road matchup against the Giants. That could be a big game for Goddard. Hopefully he doesn't play. We shall see. Let me zoom in here. I keep forgetting to do this. Technology, you know. Does that look good? Yeah, it looks pretty good. Who is the Debo Samuel is questionable. Juwan Jennings questionable. Devontae Adams still questionable. And where did Where did Cooper Kupp go on my bench? What the heck just happened here? Did they just kick Cooper Kupp off of my team? Oh boy. Oh boy, what have I done? What have I done? What's going on here? Okay, it's showing him there. Okay, I still got him. All right, sorry about that. I'm going to have to look into that because that is kind of sketching me out right now. That he's not showing up on my roster. Anyways, I'm going to win this one. Fairly certain. I've got a lot of people. I've got a lot of question marks. I don't know where Cooper Kupp is on my roster here. Devontae Adams just got traded to the Jets. It's pretty exciting. I don't think that he'll play this week, but he's got a hamstring injury. Like I said, hamstring injuries are baloney. Will be a full participant in Wednesday's walkthrough practice. Hamstring injury, still practicing, but he wasn't practicing with the Raiders. I'm giving myself that one. Josh got lucky last week. James with Lord have mercy. What's going on here? All right, we got some bye weeks here. CeeDee Lamb's on bye. Brandon Aubrey's on bye. Looks like Corey's got to do some homework here. Let's see who we can switch around. Demario Douglas, probably not a good. He's got Charbonnet. He's got Cole Kmet, who you could flex. He's been... Oh, boy. He's got Mostert, but Mostert ain't going to do nothing. And over here, Rick Dowdle. So we got some Dallas people out and some Qs over here. This is a real interest. You guys got to do some work here. I don't even know if I can project who's going to win here. Not that I'm accurate at all at that stuff, but I'm going to give this one to... I got to give it to James right now because Corey is in shambles. Chris, 114 to 128. I think I'm going to give this one to Wes. The guy's been putting up big numbers, and Chris still got a couple people queued up over here. Well, I guess it's just Josh Downs, who you can probably switch out. Yeah, I don't think Chris has really set his lineup yet. Jalen Hurts, Tank Bigsby, going with Tank Bigsby, baby. ETN ain't playing. Look for a big game out of Tank Bigsby. I hope. I just hope he does good. I don't care if the Jaguars win or lose or anything, but this guy's talented, and they need to actually respect that. Tank Bigsby getting, what's his projection? 13.1. He's breaking 20. Quote me on that. Wes is still going to win, though. I see this being about a pretty low scoring, not even breaking 100 over here with Chris. He's going to have 98 to 115. I don't know. It was just a guess. Don't be offended. Chaz here, Jew Chaz. Chaz is a Jew. I don't know if he's actually Jewish, but he acts like it. Jaden Daniels, one of 3 quarterbacks that he doesn't need. Jaden Daniels is obviously killing it, but something's going to happen to Jaden Daniels. He's too good. He's too good. Chaz is going to win this one because, Glenn's team is just injury prone right now. He's queued up all across the board. He's got DJ Moore on the bench. Oh, they got that bye week. Going to give this one to Chaz, but it's going to be a close one. I think Glenn just had a bad week. He's gonna, I don't know. Chaz needs to slow down. Chaz taking that one. Weepian up against Chase Fumble Monks. This could be a good matchup here. What's Chase got? Chase doesn't even have he's got to switch out DeAndre Swift to whatever running back he's got. Chase Brown, boom, put Chase Brown in there. What's his projections here? 13.1, yeah. He's got somebody. Chase Brown's good, man. And they're going up against his brother, I think, this week. Am I right? Cleveland? No, I think he plays. Chase Brown's got his brother is a safety or cornerback. I'm not sure. I think they're going up against, I think it's the Jets. He might be on the Jets. It doesn't matter. It's stupid. Let's see. Anybody here to talk about? Jahmyr Gibbs, Younghoe Koo, Evan Ingram's questionable. Marvin Harrison Jr.'s questionable. Ooh, I don't know if I'd play Marvin Harrison Jr. again after that. He's got Amari Cooper, though. He's probably not going to play this week. If he does play, it'll be very limited. But pretty exciting. Amari Cooper's at Buffalo Bills. It's another target for Josh Allen there. I think that's it. Probably ran through that way either too slow or too quick. I don't know. It's what's going on this week? Nothing. I don't think we've got anything. I feel like something happened this week. What happened this week? Kamala Harris is still trying to be president, which is crazy. That's got to stop. But it would be even more frightening if they replaced her and or Tim Walz. They're talking about replacing Tim Walz, which would be crazy. I mean, at some point you got to be like, no, you're not allowed to do that. But who's going to tell them that? They're literally making up the rules. And like I said, should have never put women in pantsuit. Or it was the shoulder pads. The shoulder pads that women used to wear in like the late 80s. Super weird. Don't know why that was a thing. Or if you were a man at the time, you're like, well, that looks good. I like a woman that looks like she's about to go play football. Okay, I think we're done. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I have to cook dinner now and edit this. First episode of Porch Talk. What'd you guys think about that? It's okay. Episode's over. Not sure what I'm going to be playing after I say goodbye, but stay safe, stay smart.
Just everyone, I think being more consistent, including myself, and that's kind of been what we've struggled with. Quite honestly, the past couple of years when we haven't played well is just the inconsistency, whether it's from me or anyone. At any given moment. You're never going to be perfect, but just consistently doing your job, communicating, having the details down. There's some little things out there that keep showing up, and we got to correct them. So playing cleaner, taking care of the ball, try to have a turnover-free game on Sunday, and I think that's a big step. That's the biggest part of this game is taking care of the ball. Honestly, that's the biggest indication of winning or losing is how many turnovers you have, how many turnovers you got as a defense. Both of those things go hand in hand, and we got to control that better as an offense.